hello. Now listen, you lot. I was very disappointed, because I heard that some of yous don't actually believe I'm a pilot. Can you believe it? Some of yous don't actually believe that I have got a pilot's license. Well, let me tell you something. You non-believers, have a look at that. That is a pilot's license. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but how come it looks different? How come it looks different? Maybe if you're a pilot, you're thinking, hang on a minute, that looks a bit different to mine. Well, you'd be right. And I'll tell you why, because this is a special pilot's license. Now, my Uncle Harry came up trumps here because he knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who works in the Civil Aviation Authority. And they were able to sort me out with this special pilot's license. Look, it's all signed, stamped, it's all there. It's a proper license. And what this entitles me to do, my friends, this entitles me to fly an aeroplane. Oh, yes, it does. And what I decided to do is to enable us to have something that a little bit more nippy, a little bit faster, a little bit better in the getaway, if you know what I mean. I half-inch this baby. Ain't she beautiful? Do you like that? Yeah? That's a proper aeroplane. Now, there ain't much in the way of cargo space, but that's all right, because when we hook us up with the Coyotes, we're going to try and find something that we can fit in an aircraft like that. You know, if it's paperwork, I can stuff it down my trousers. It don't really matter, does it now? It don't really matter. But we're going to find something that's quite suitable. Okay? Now, there's something else that I want to talk about. It's got shooters. I know, up till now you've seen the nice side of me, the soft side of me. I thought it was about time that we got tooled up, and that's what this baby has got. It's got... What? What do you mean they don't work? But it's got shooters on it. So I've got a plane, I've nicked a plane that's got shooters that don't work. Charlie, you really are beginning to get on my nerves, mate. You really are. Okay. So, shooters don't work. But do you know what? It's got the image, hasn't it? It's got the image. It's like no one's going to mess with a gun with shooters on it, are they? Now, I've got another trick up my sleeve. Hold on a minute. Just don't go anywhere. Now, do not breathe a word of this to anybody, okay? My Uncle Harry managed to get hold of a special little additive you put in water, and what it does is it changes your voice. It changes your voice so that you don't sound like me, you sound like a proper Spitfire pilot. That's cheeky, isn't it? That is cheeky. Anyway, let's give it a try. Oh, I don't know, Charlie, you know, I hope it works. Anyway, so I'm feeling something. I am feeling something. Feeling something down below. Yeah, oh, what's that? I don't understand. I suddenly feel a tightness in my throat, and suddenly my consonants. It's quite incredible. Charles, this is a miracle, my friend. This is a miracle. So, we're going to go up in the Spitfire momentarily, and I thank you so much for joining me on this journey. It means a lot to me to have you along and keep me company. It gives me a nice warm feeling, do you know? Nice warm feeling. So anyway, Charles, shall we get going and get on this flight, eh? Yeah, let's do it. Good, jolly good. Jolly. Come on then. Yeah, should we go? Sorry? No, I need my fake moustache. If I'm going to go in that plane and talk like this, I do need the fake moustache, Charles. Charles, you really are a muppet.
Well, here we are. We're at the start of the flight now, and I am pleased to say that the voice-changing drink allowed me access to the hangar and I had no idea. I haven't even had to use the moustache yet. The moustache will be coming, but I haven't even had to use the moustache yet. It's very interesting. You'll also notice I have taken Dreamsofwings' flying jacket. He has no idea. He is such a wally, I think you'd say in modern parlance. He really does fall for it every time, and I think everybody is quite relieved to get some time away from him. Certainly, I appreciate the time when he's not around with all his boring, taking things a little bit too seriously, because what we're trying to do is make some money, isn't it? Yes, make some money. Anyway, so what I did, I had a look at the old Skypark. You'll remember this from what we've had before when we've done these. This is called the Skypad. And I found a rather lovely little trip here from Dobbiaco Toblach Airport to Campo di Volo, Campo Galano. I do apologise for my Italian accent. It is authentic in certain parts of Italy, but not in the whole of Italy, so not everybody would understand it. So my apologies for that. But if you are from the regions that do understand it, then buongiorno, compadre. Yes. So we're going to take this route here, and what we're going to be doing for the Coyotes is we're going to be taking counterfeit sneakers. Now, for anybody from Angleterre, sneakers are what we would call trainers in it. And what I've done, the great thing about taking counterfeit trainers or sneakers is that one can wear a pair, and also one can then put them in little crevices and little cubby holes in the Spitfire, which is what I've done. Where we had the ammunition boxes, taken those out, put the sneakers in there, so there's plenty of space. And these are high-class trainers. They're counterfeits, but that doesn't matter. They are what we would call counterfeit high-class trainers. Now, we're going to be loading these into the Spitfire. Well, they're already loaded into the Spitfire. Well, they're not. We've kind of done a mock-up. We've got to load them in when we get there. But anyway, that's by the by. Load those up, and then we'll head off. Have a lovely, lovely little flight through the mountains, and it should be rather good. Now, if you would not mind, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this jacket off because it served its purpose. It's got me where we need to go, and it's bleeding hot. So if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you. Now, what else do I need to tell you? I don't need to tell you anything else, apart from I would appreciate it if you could behave yourselves on the flight. This is a single-seat Spitfire, so there isn't really anywhere for you to sit. And what that means is I don't want any messing around. I don't want any food spilt anywhere. If anyone's going to be sick, please tell me. We'll open the canopy and you can be sick over the side. Right. Okay. So we need to start off here at LIVD. So let's go to here. So we're going to go from, where's the old Skypad gone? Here we go. LIVD. LIVD, and we want to go from the gate parking, if you'll be so kind, thank you. And we're not going to have live weather. Oh, what is the weather like in it? Shall we go live weather? Why not? Why not? I'm thinking we should go live weather. I might regret that, but we're going to do it. Okay. Here we go. Oh. Hang on a second. Oh, we're good in the aircraft. There we go. What do you think? I think it's quite fetching, actually. I think the boys down the pub would appreciate that. Just because I'm a master smuggler, Doesn't mean I can't look dashing. Yes. So, this is the painful wait that we all must do. What I actually suggest, if you're ever in this situation, is to try some mindfulness. Take the moment to be focused in the now. Forget the past, forget the future. Focus in the now. And you will find the center of your gravity. And I'm sure you'll feel refreshed and able to be in touch with the real you all over again. Anyway, enough of that crap. Right. Here we go. And let's see if the engine started. Damn it. Okay, can't get around that, so we will leave it as it is. And actually, I'm going to manually switch everything off. Let's just move out the way. There we go. There we go. Parking brake on. Let's get rid of this bloody awful zoom that it keeps coming up in this for some reason. It absolutely drives me up the bloody wall. There we go. Let's open the canopy. Get some fresh air. Right, quick look around. Check everything is where it is meant to be. Let's have a bit of trimification. You see I'm professional here. That is on. We haven't got the low pressure warning light. That's probably because we just had the thing active. Let's put the mixtures the other way around to my usual Spitfire. Yes, I do have another Spitfire. And everything is tickety-boo. We have got all our mags on. And that's there. I'm going to give it a little bit of prime. Now, one of the big disadvantages of flying in this kind of lighting conditions in sunglasses, as always, is you cannot see a bloody thing. I'm going to leave that open, actually, just in case. Okay, everything tickety-boo. There we go. She roars into life. Let's have that back on. Where do you come here? Get the click spot right. Ugh. Okay, now we don't use checklists because checklists are for wimps, and I'm not a wimp. I am a very clever getaway pilot. I'm not too fond of this weather, you know. It's a little bit dull. I'm going to change it because I can. And good God, what happened then? You click the wrong button. That's what happens. Amateur. There we go. That's better. Now we can have some proper views, can't we? Okay, so we have that there. Everything is tickety-boo. Let's get the old... Now, this is something rather good on the Skypad here now. If you double-click there, you can send it to the edge. Or you can double-click there and send it to that edge. Which is rather good, isn't it? It's a... it's for those people that have asked before about this getting in the way of the screen, because, like, it's there, or there, or there, or there, or there, and you can't minimize it without doing something funny. This is a way of just gently getting it out of the way, and then everyone's happy, aren't they? So we're going to take this one and let's go for it. Begin. When you begin, the begin. Okay, so without... Okay, on them with the trainers. Right, hang on. Put the trainers on. Trainers on. Chaps putting them in the back. Okay. I believe they are in the back. let's go to this screen here. Plan flight. And we're going to fly that because we're quite happy with that. That's a good route. And now we've got our satellite navigation or something like that on there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a left turn after takeoff and head in that direction. First of all, I'm going to hide the old Skypad. Whoa, now I haven't got much time on Spitfires, you know, but I did nick this and I did fly it a little, so we'll see what happens, shall we? Okay, here we go. See, one of the other great advantages of wearing these sunglasses is that you can't really see the instruments. There we go. Right, let's close the old canopy. And let's do a left turn. Absolutely gorgeous scenery. I'm just going to... The other thing we can do now is make it bigger and smaller, which is rather good. So I'm just going to pop that there. Gorgeous scenery. I think what we'll do is we can see roughly where we're going now. So just for the time being, I'm going to get this out the way like this, and then it's all cushy, isn't it? Oh dear, where did that come from? Feeling something very strange going on with my voice. It's kind of oh God, Struve. That didn't last 5 minutes, that stuff. I paid good money for that, jeez. Well, there you go, folks, that's what happens. You trust your Uncle Harry, and what does he do? He goes and rips you off, just like he does everybody else. Leading rude. Now, of course, this here is a Spitfire. It's what is called a Mark 9. That was after the inventor, who was called Mark, and it was really famous in the Second World War and in something called the Battle of Britain. And that mountain is looking very high, so we're going to give it a little bit more beans because I'm starting to feel a little bit twitchy down below. Do you know what I mean? There we go. And there was another Spitfire, and it was called a Hurricane. And that was in the war as well, and that was so good that they actually named a really powerful wind after it. Where are we going? Right, there we go. Isn't that beautiful scenery, eh? Absolutely gorgeous. Now, of course, the advantage of being in a Spitfire in the mountains of Italy is that you do not stick out like a sore thumb at all. And I'll tell you why. There's a lot of rich people around here. There's a lot of rich people who have lots of nice toys, and they see someone like me flying around in something like this, especially with this moustache, and they think nothing to see there, nothing unusual going on there. Let's have a look down here. Shall we see if we can see anyone? Hey, Shall we see if we can see anyone? I like the look of that. I could buy a house here. Let's just get rid of the old Skypad for a moment. Look how cool that is. You can just zip it out of the way. Absolutely beautiful. Do a spot of skiing while we're here, couldn't we? Now, what I always try and do is, I don't know, try and add a bit of value to my videos. You know I've got a book coming out. I'm not going to plug it again. I've talked about it before. It will be out. It's about 200 quid, I think, at the moment. That's what we're thinking of. And, well, what can I say? It's going to teach you everything you need to know about flying an aeroplane. But what I like to do is, for the people that come along and watch the videos, I like to give them a bit of extra added value. I'm a little bit like the Tesco's of pilots what smuggle things in stolen aeroplanes. Does that make sense? You get that? So what I want to teach you about today is the centre of gravy. Now, the centre of gravy is a very important part of understanding how an aircraft operates. Because what happens is, if you get the centre of gravy wrong, then you're just going to come a cropper, ain't you? Because what will happen is your aircraft is going to be out of balance with the gravy, and you're just going to come flying down. And you're either going to go, well, I nearly said something naughty then. Hello, just 1 second, 1 secondo. This looks like a pretty good spot to have like a hideout, doesn't it? Hey? You could have a cracking hideout down there. Yeah, I don't know what I was off and on about now. Come here. Yeah, centre of gravy. So this is important. It's called a centre of gravy because the man who invented it, he was having his Sunday roast one day, and he had his, you know, like a gravy boat, what you have. And as he was tipping it, he thought, hang on a minute. That's kind of doing that, isn't it? It's kind of different levels. And as he poured it, he noticed that it kind of changed, the balance changed in his end. And he thought, whoa, I've just invented the centre of gravy. So that's what we have to do. So as pilots, always, before you go up in the air, calculate where you think your centre of gravy is going to be. Make sure when you load your counterfeit sneakers, or trainers as we like to call them in the United Kingdom, then make sure you get all that sorted. I haven't had to do it because, of course, I'm such a professional. I did it intuitively, just by sound. I could tell when they were loading it up. I was listening out. I could tell by the sound of the trainers going in where the centre of gravy was. Okay? So there's your little bit of added value, because that's the kind of guy I am. I like to look after people. Right, so here we go. Let's just have a quick butcher's. As long as we stay on that heading, we're going to be all cushy. Now, isn't this just beautiful, eh? Isn't it beautiful? We could do a spot of skiing. I've only been skiing once. It didn't go well. It didn't go well because they didn't actually teach me what to do, except they taught me the snowplow. They taught me the snowplow because they thought, doesn't matter what he does up there, so long as he can stop himself, that's the main thing. So they taught me the snowplow, and ladies and gentlemen, I did the old crossing the legs thing, sticking one ski the other way, one ski the other way, and it didn't end well. And let's just say the effect where my legs meet was a little bit like when you get a towel and you wring it out really, really hard. And well, I still suffer the after effects of it today, and I find it very difficult talking about it. So if you don't mind, we'll change the subject. Anyway, these mountains is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and no one is ever gonna know what we are up to. No one would ever think to smuggle sneakers in a Spitfire, would they? Let's just lean it out. A little bit of buffeting there. Nice and high over the mountains. We like a bit of mountains. That soppy Dreamsofwings is always going on about mountains, but I do kind of understand what he's talking about. Although personally I like him because it gives you somewhere to hide from the authorities, you know, when you're getting chased down a little bit. I've seen the films. Here we go. Lovely jubbly. So let's have a quick look at the Skypad again, because yeah, we're not far, but we had a bit of a deviation there. So what's really cool about this, you see, here it gives you the shape of the land, so you can kind of see where the peaks are and all that sort of stuff. I really like that. Gives you your altitude above sea level, your altitude above ground level. Gives you your vertical speed, your heading, your course, and your ground speed as well. There's all sorts of information on here. Let's have a clickety click. Look at that. And it'll even give you more detail of the shape of the land. But we don't need that because we can use our peepers today. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Funny my Uncle Harry could see me now. That transit van going around Tesco car park. That's where it all started. Oh, it's a shame he can't come up on these flights. He's too busy selling them dodgy explosives that we shipped last time. I think I proved my mettle there, you know. I think they finally realised what kind of chap I was. Beautiful scenery. Don't you worry, mountain people, nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Let's have a look down that valley. Now, of course, I have been professionally trained to do this manoeuvre. We use it quite a lot in anti-authorities manoeuvres. Kind of training we have to do all the time. See, right now we are hidden from radar, hidden from line of sight of most things. No one would ever know. Look at that. I could live here, you know. I could. I can speak Italian. Buongiorno. Cappuccino. Avanti la posta. Yeah. I know you probably don't understand that. Anyone who is Italian will understand what I just said, but I know it's difficult for everybody to understand the language unless you studied it like I have. These lucky people living up here, look at that, all these views they get all day. Oh look. Bella Mountain. Just pop over the top of the cheeky thing here. Isn't that beautiful, eh? You see, it was worth it, wasn't it? We're being a little bit naughty, but it's worth it for the views. Gorgeous. Tell you what they don't warn you about fake moustaches is that they have a little bit of blowback. If you breathe through your snitcher like what I'm doing, some of that hot air comes right back up your nose. And that, let me tell you ladies and gentlemen, is blooming uncomfortable. I don't mind telling you. Let's have a little bit of trimmeroony. That's better. Come on, girl. That's it. Right, let's pull her back a bit because we have been running at full beans. We've escaped the vicinity of the departure airport, so we can just calm it down a little bit now. I think we've gotten away with it. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Should we have a look outside? Oh, do you know what? I'm going to have to do it this way, ain't I? Because I ain't plugged my thing in. I hate doing it this way. Look at it flopping around. What's going on? Flopping all over the place in this turbulence. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful Spitfire in it. Do you know what? It cost me nothing. Nothing. Where's the autopilot in this thing? Hey? Surely Spitfires had autopilots in them. These lovely, lovely ground features, isn't it beautiful? Coming out of the mountains now, it's going to get flat. This is where we have to be really careful because we can't hide in the mountains, can we? So we're going to have to be very, very subtle. Very subtle. Now, someone did tell me that with the Spitfire you have to look at the temperature gauge. I think that's it's a little bit overrated really, and actually if I look there, my temperature gauges don't appear to be working. Yep, I think it is safe to say my temperature gauges are non-responsive. Well, isn't that interesting? I have no idea what is going on there. Still on course. What a beautiful country Italy is, isn't it, eh? We can just calm it down a little bit now. Nice little gentle cruise. Temperature gauge is still non-responsive. Everything else seems to be working. "63 nautical miles to run. Nothing to see here." Do you know what? I reckon we can get away with not wearing that for a moment. Oh, that is better. That is better. Now, luckily, in this Spitfire, I do have a little coffee machine. Here we go. It really is amazing when they design these aircraft. They put all these little things in it for the pilot, just in case, you know, and it works a treat. Nice. Let's just climb a little bit and then we can look at some other things on this little box of tricks. It really is rather cool. It's showing our progress. They've done some nice improvements to this as time has gone on. It's a lot easier to use the old Skypad now. I have to say, what I do like about these boys is that they do keep making these nice little improvements. They ain't just launched it and said, right, that's it, that's all you're getting. If you don't like it, do one. They keep improving it, don't they? And I appreciate that. I appreciate that they do that, because we do get these little improvements like that thing. I mean, that's just so cool. People have been saying it gets in the way. Well, that's your quick, easy way of minimalising it. Doing that to it. Buongiorno, buonasera. Well, it's morning, but we'll forget that. Do you know what? I once went into a coffee shop in Italy, and I was a little bit confident that I knew my way around Italian coffees, and I asked for a latte and they gave me a glass of milk, and that is a true story, and I felt a proper pillock. I'll tell you, I felt a proper plonker. Did I hand the glass of milk back and say no? No. I drank my milk, felt a plonker and walked out smartish. Lovely, lovely clouds. Clouds are always nice when you're not in them. Still doing, I guess this is quite a fast cruise here, but it's still good. The temperature gauges are still non-responsive. Fuel gauge is responsive. How strange. Maybe there's a cheeky little update to this or something on the way. Or maybe I'm just stupid and there's an update that I haven't bossed in, but I'm sure I have. I'm sure I've got the latest update. I wouldn't nick an aircraft and not put the right update in, do you know what I mean? That would just be stupid. Should we have another look outside? Let's have a look outside. Now. Well, that's a little bit cheeky. It's not going to let me move it, is it? Okay, so we'll go to external. There we go. There we go. Let's fly it from the outside. I don't normally do this. Let's do that for a while just because it looks so beautiful. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the pride of Britain, the Supermarine Spitfire. Gorgeous. And you can also look, I can still look at my old little map and see what's going on. That's rather cool, isn't it, eh? Here we go. Hold on to your juice. Beautiful. Let's get that cursor out of the way. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Do you know what? I'm feeling a little bit playful, people. I'm feeling a little bit playful, and I've not done this before. So let's try and line that up, and let's see what this does. Oh no, this isn't what I was expecting. I was kind of thinking it might actually stay in the... Alright, that's a bit weird. Okay, well we survived it. We survived it, peoples. Yes. Gorgeous. I learned to do that from reading a magazine. Amazing, isn't it? Quick look at the old thing, get us back on track. Thank you. There we go. Let's lean it a little bit more. Actually, just out of interest. Oh, okay. I thought it might have just two settings like the other one, what I've nicked before, but it's a variable. Anyway, should we have a coffee? Salut. A bellissimo cafe. Yeah. Let's have another look outside again. I enjoyed that. screenshot there. You might see that later somewhere. Right, let's get focused. We've got a job to do here. Just messing about, taking pictures. How are we doing? 10 minutes away, people. 10 minutes. Now, I don't want to worry anybody. I don't want to worry anybody, but I haven't had a look at the airfield here. I've no idea how long the runway is, so this could be a bit spicy, especially with sunglasses on in this light. I might not be able to see everything of the runway. That's all I'm going to say. Might be a little bit spicy. Hello, what have we got here? Okay, I thought that was something that was going to be a bit more interesting. Do you know, I'm glad I nicked this. It's quite good for doing jobs like this, you see. And people think I've got the guns. See how no one's messed with us. The Italian Air Force have not tried to intercept us. The authorities are keeping at bay because they just see these big guns on my aircraft and they think, whoa, boys, don't go there. Don't go there because there could be trouble. I'm just going to pop that onto my other screen. I'm going to cheat a little. Now that we're getting a little bit closer, I want to keep an eye on where we are. Keep my eye out for the old plicky. Now, 8 minutes out, usual drill, people. As we're coming in, I need you to have them peepers on stalks. Have a look around. If you see anything, you know, you see anyone who looks a little bit undercover, shout it out. Don't worry if you're wrong. It's always better to warn of potential dangers and find out it's nothing than to suddenly feel the steely cold grip of the law as they slap them cuffs on your wrists. So if you see anything, you tell me. There's a nice villa down there. Do you know what? I could live here. I could live here. I would have a little house with a olive plantation and I would grow grapes and I'd make wine and I'd write books. What books would I write? I hear you say. Well, of course, they would all be books on how to fly. Do you know what I mean? Because it is a never-ending thing. You might have heard people talk about aviation. They say aviation is you're always learning. I'm not, because I know everything now. But most people, you keep learning, and that's what it's all about. So I will write books, and then people can read them and learn more stuff, innit? All sorts of operations at what you can do with these things. And it doesn't always have to be a bit naughty. One day I'll stop doing the naughty stuff and I don't know, I might I don't know, I could do air displays, couldn't I? I could deliver essential food and medical supplies to remote areas of countries. That was a little bit airy back there. I don't know if you noticed that, but with these glasses on, when it's dim light, I really can see naff all. And those trees got a little bit close. A little bit cheekily close. They did. Naughty trees. Well, we're 6 minutes out. 6 minutes out now. This is where we go into the kind of careful mode, because we're in the vicinity of the airport. 17 nautical miles. We start to be a little bit more wary, have a look around, see if we can see anything following us. Nothing like that, anything dodgy. Nothing up there. There's the moon. Hello, moon. So what we're going to do when we reach the airport is, because all Spitfires do this, we're just going to do a little low pass down the runway, because if we don't, they'll think something funny's going on there. Spitfires don't just join the circuit and land. They do a little run down the runway, then we do a little break, and then we come into land, and then they'll all think nothing weird going on there. It's all normal stuff. Let's get this zoom level right. I hate the zoom levels in this. I need to figure them out because it drives me bonkers. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. Get the old, there we go. We're nearly there now, so we've got to blend in. There we go. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'm going to be picking these little hairs out of my teeth for the next year, I think. Quick look around. Yeah, my temperature gauges are still inoperative. That's alright, I'm not worried about that. Now we're going to go a little bit sneaky beaky over here. I was just saying hello to Giuseppe back there. Giuseppe, we go back a long way. He used to, when I was doing jobs over here, he used to hide me and look after me, because I mean, you do not mess about in Italy. The Italian mafia, they know what they're doing. They are serious boys, and you know, Giuseppe made sure I didn't get into any trouble when I was doing the odd job. You know, it's really important. If you've ever seen the Italian Job, you know what I'm talking about. You pitch up in a nice shiny car, they're going to hoof it straight over the edge of that mountain, alright? So don't mess about. Look after yourself and give Giuseppe a call. He'll look after you. Now we're approaching the airfield now, and I have I suppose you could call it an in-flight emergency, because what's happened, ladies and gentlemen, is a nose from my moustache. Shall I say that again? A hair from my moustache has gone right up my snitcher, and right now it is tickling me like hell. And it's just there. Just there. Oh, I think I just blew it out. Right, let me show you the Skypad. There we go. There we go. Let's just zoom in again. So we're just coming up on the airfield now, and let's have a look and see if we can spot it, because this is a grass strip. So we're not going to have a nice little bit of tarmac to look at. I do not know why I choose these early morning flights where the light levels are low and I wear these stupid sunglasses so I can't see a bleeding thing. So it's around here somewhere, but I cannot identify. So let's have a look around. Buongiorno. Come stai? Piacere. Well, I don't know about you. Is that it? They're all there now saying, what's that funny aeroplane? There it is. I think that's it there. Yeah, I reckon that line down there could be it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have another look just to make sure, because I think it is, based on the way the buildings are, I reckon it's this bit over here. So that's what I'm going to go with, people. Okay, so let's bring around. Right, let's get ourselves into a position where we know what we're doing. There we go. Let's keep an eye on, where's that thing gone? There it is. Alright, let's lose some speed. I cannot see a thing. Drop the gear. Let's drop some flap. That worked. Okay, we are coming in slightly high, slightly fast. But do not fear, using my skills as an aviator, I'm sure we can get out of this alive, as long as we don't go into the bleeding river. Just want to miss the river. There we go, and plonk it down. Ooh. Hello, can we have some braking action, please? That's it, come on. Now, what you'll find there is a good example of good British brakes. Let's bring her over. Off the runway a little bit, but I don't think we need to worry about that. It's pretty flat. This is a Spitfire fighter aircraft, so it's quite nippy. Right, I hope the boys here are ready. I'm not seeing anything suspicious. Are you? What's that down there? Right. See if them Coyote boys are around. Let's open up the old Skypad. Okay, right, parking brake on please, that's it. Cut the fuel. Cut down there. There we go. Look at that, mag's off. Make it safe, please. There we go. Let's get the old flaps back up because we don't need them. Right, come on, boys. Where are you? I'm not seeing anyone. Well, let's deliver the. Oh, hang on. Let me take the. Oh, take me sneakers off. Chuck them out the window. There you go, boys. So we earned a little bit of dosh from that. We earned $1,055. Our XP level went up 155.93. Now you can see my XP level needs to go a lot further. I need to spend a lot more time in this because as much as I am a professional, I'm not logging the hours in this, but we have got a little bit there. And yeah, what can I say? We're doing well. We are doing well. So thank you very much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed it. I might take you on another job in the future if it's something that you think might be of interest. If you want to come along, always happy to have company when I'm on a job. But most of all, people, look after yourselves and one another. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.